Carter hits really hard on this song, and he hits hard on the whole record. Is there anything specific that he's just playing like? And I saw you guys 2 nights ago in Toronto. He's just playing like he's got some renewed energy or something.
Yeah, well, I think that we were for years that we were sort of trying to figure out what was going on. He's still twice the musician that most musicians are, just with his hands tied behind his back, and he's just, I guess he's inspired. I think Roy's death had a lot to do with that, but also, like I said, the time before that, when we were figuring out the value, not to the world, but to each other of our relationships, and that the joy of playing came back, and that's the thing, is that joy is the reason that we stayed together when we weren't happy, because we knew that joy was the potential for this band, and joy is the reason that we play together. Real joy, transportive joy in music, and when he plays at his best, it is joy, and it is there's so much power in the way that he plays. From the first time I saw him play, it is profound musicianship that he shows, and his greatest critics are just afraid. If they're drummers that criticize his playing, it's just because if they don't criticize his playing, they'll have to throw themselves out the window, because he's awesome. I look back, I spent half the show watching Carter, because I would be a fool not to.
Right. Well, and I noticed that, the whole band's really great, and nobody's going to replace Roy, but the interplay between Jeff Coffin and Tim was it on Ants Marching?
Crush, or there's a lot of interplay, but Jeff is a great musician, and he's played with us we've been playing music with him on and off since the mid '90s when he joined Bela Fleck and the Flecktones, but why he came in when Roy was injured and his injury hadn't killed him, and we didn't expect it to. Jeff came in as the obvious replacement, and he plays on this album as the section player, and played solo saxophone on one song, which is Squirm. He's the Middle Eastern sort of reed instrument in there, but all the other solo saxophone throughout the album is still Roy. But Jeff came, he has to be himself, and that's one of the things about this band, is that the only requirement is that you're truthful. At our best is playing music honestly, and there's the song is there, but then how you approach your part in it has to be one where you put yourself out there, not anything. And he puts himself out there. Roy was one of the most inspiring musicians, because his goal was to fit in, and wherever he played, it required you to listen, and his playing is like nobody else's, and his voice, sax players, especially great sax players I know, envy the fact that he had his own voice. Very specifically, I could tell Roy, a note played by Roy or a recording of Roy anywhere. Jeff said he studied Leroy's sax playing more than he studied any other sax player since he joined the band. And he said it's sort of been really inspirational, because Jeff is a profoundly unique player. Right. But it's good to study someone. And Roy had a real humble approach to music. He put the music before himself, which is interesting.